What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/ChoosingBeggars. This story's called First Encounter with a Choosing Beggar. Almost got yoked into a fence. I appreciate that he used the correct past tense for yeet. Anyways, I've been on Reddit for a short while now, and this happened a few weeks ago. After some thoughts, I decided to write it out and post it, because it's still on my mind. There's no wonderful instant karma or anything of the sort, and English isn't my first language, but I hope it's a good read. I'm sorry if it's too detailed. So this happened just outside my home, and then in my mother's small shop. My mother sells dairy, such as butter, milk, and yogurt, all made from our own cow's milk. She also sells the meat of one of our old cows right now, and someone else sells cheese through her. It's all fresh, tastes good, and probably attractive to a lot of people because it isn't as processed, I guess. She's only open on Saturdays, as it takes a lot of time to make the products, and my mom can't do that and operate a barely stocked shop at the same time. She does take orders though, which she prepares on Friday, like keeping products in the back for people who call beforehand. So I was on my way home from running a few errands on a Friday, earbuds in. Then about 100 meters away from our house on our small, sucky road, I suddenly hear the loudest honk. I look behind me to see this bald, middle-aged man. Honestly, if you Google Dutch football fans, tens of this guy pop up. Looking angry, almost half of his car off the road, trying to get past me. This wasn't just annoying, but incredibly dangerous, as there was a large plot of land protected with wire string next to me. That stuff hurts to touch and even more to fall into, and the water next to our house, basically a small river next to him. So I obviously have half a heart attack and even shout something along the lines of, "You can't just drive past people on this kind of road? Are you crazy?" Before speeding up, pulling into the driveway and putting my bike in the shed. I walk back out to check our mailbox when the guy and his wife, sporting a Karen cut, with a garbage parking job right on the road next to the mailbox, blocking everyone, walks past me saying, "Oh, so you're mad, huh?" His wife didn't say much, but she looked like she sucked on a lemon. I go, "Of course I'm mad." Just take the mail and walk into our house, through the shop, past them. As I'm safe in my house, I hear the guy start whining about me inside the shop. But my mom knows I'm not suddenly disrespectful towards strangers, so she didn't do anything with it. Then I hear her going, "So, no offense, but..." And that's my cue to leave. Some of my family and people interning at our farm were at the table, so I sit down and start venting about the guy. As it wasn't far away, some of them saw what happened, and how pissed I looked coming home. So we start talking about how much of a schlong move that was, and then we see the guy driving off without any products. Then my mom comes into the kitchen. "So he just left, immediately starting whining about you being a brat, and I didn't take that. Then I told him to please stop coming in on Fridays, and he got mad, told me he wouldn't be coming back. Good riddance." After she sat down, she told me he had come in about a month before on a Friday. He was really loud, basically throwing the door open, shouting, "You have the best dairy!" and grabbing bottles of yogurt, milk, and custard off the shelves. My mom told him to stop that and that she wasn't open because it was a Friday. If he called beforehand, it would be fine, but coming in unannounced like that wasn't it. He started complaining about not being able to come on Saturdays because he had work. So he came a day before, and when my mom told him she still wasn't open, he tried to gaslight her, saying she posted about being open on Fridays, didn't work. Too bad, so sad, get your wife to do it, I guess. And then, because this wouldn't be a choosing beggar story otherwise, he immediately asked for discounts. He actually said, "But I'm buying 5 bottles of yogurt, at least give me 15% off for it." My mom told him to come back next Saturday and he'd get that discount. Sure. He didn't show up until about 2 weeks later, again on a Friday, and this time tried to get our meat for a cheap price. The meat is from our own cow, treated well. It's really good meat. It's almost sad we're selling it, in my opinion. I believe the price for the most expensive parts was about $17.95 per kilo, and it was pretty damn fair to me, just a bit more expensive than what you'd pay for it at a local butcher. This choosing beggar didn't think so. He said he worked with pigs and he brought them to the slaughter himself, and that the meat from those would be sold for $4.95 per kilo. He actually thought he could get our meat cheaper by comparing our cow to pigs. Nope. My mom told him he wouldn't get what he wanted, and he didn't come back until the day he almost yoked me into the electrical fencing. And in true choosing beggar fashion, he went on Facebook to complain about my mom, calling her a fat sow, and saying that the shop smelled terrible and was incredibly dirty, and trying to make people stop coming to the shop. Boy, first off, it smelled so bad because you were in there, and it was dirty because you wouldn't stop rubbing your grimy little fingers all over the place. Second off, if you don't get what you want, don't try to come after someone on Facebook. Once the rest of the community you're targeting gets a hold of you, you're off worse than you started. From what my mom told me, he got grilled to a crisp. Now, I really hope he keeps to his promise and doesn't come back, but I do feel sad for the other people he's bothering. He seems like the type to always get what he wants by being loud, demanding, and seeming intimidating. That time, he just happened to run into my mother, Richard. Also, holy crap, we actually looked up this Choosing Beggars business online, and it turns out he was going by a fake name on Facebook. The guy is a murderer. He got sentenced for 14 years or so for stabbing someone to death and beyond with a knife and a screwdriver, but got out after like 10 for good behavior. I know my country is absolute crap with their prison sentences. Lover deserved way more. If we'd known beforehand, that encounter would have gone way differently. I wonder what they mean by that. Would they have been more willing to comply with his stupid demands or what? But holy crap, that must have been like a oh crap moment when you realized that he was a convicted murderer. Jeez, man. This story's called I Want a Puppy! Rebellious Youth versus Practical Landlord. Okay, so this is the teen, I'm assuming. I'm gonna look at puppies tomorrow, 8 in blank. Is this something I can do? They're Husky, German Shepherd, Whipper, Blue Heeler, Rottweiler Mutts. My policy is cats and good dogs that have been vetted. New puppies are a whole lot of time and work, unpredictable, and are real hard on the house. Unless you can convince me otherwise, I'm gonna have to say no to a puppy. Sorry. Hey, do you want to go to look and meet the puppies today at 2:30? I don't know how to convince you otherwise, because I don't want to have to justify something I want in my life which doesn't physically, mentally, or emotionally hurt anyone, and then have the opportunity for rejection again after putting effort into writing this. You and blank both have dogs. The breeds are very smart. I could make an outside kennel for it when I'm not home, or get situation to bring him with me. I can move out. What if I got pregnant? Would you make me get an abortion or move out because kids are way more destructive on property for much longer? I want a familiar to keep me from drinking and going out every night, so I have to be responsible for because I'm not good at being responsible for myself alone. The property values of Olympia from gentrification are probably going up way more than the damage from a puppy, which I already paid you a pet deposit for, Loki. And not many places allow dogs anyway, so finding a renter with a dog who doesn't mind dogs would not be easy. Also, aren't you already planning on renovating the house? I don't know that all the reasons I got, Dad. I guess, like, the reason for wanting a puppy versus an older dog is that I wouldn't have to find out the dog doesn't like small children or is racist or gets along with other dogs. And no cat will ever be Loki. Dogs that people had from pups are better trained and attached. I don't know, I'm done. Dude said they're freeborn on Christmas Day and he can watch him when I'm on tour. I'd of course get him vetted. Insulting me and demeaning my judgment certainly does not make me feel like changing my mind. As your landlord, I have your pet deposit to return to you at your convenience. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm 29 and so defiant. I guess I had that crappy landlord before this place that wouldn't let me even have guests without checking in and was very controlling over how I lived, and this feels very similar. I don't understand people's value of property, and when people value property and the control over it over someone's quality of life, I think that is unjust. I considered myself to be a reasonable and very friendly landlord. I welcome you to find another who suits you better. It is unfortunate that you have taken this issue in this adversarial direction. I'm not interested in continuing this conversation. I can respect your boundaries in ending this conversation for now. When I'm less emotionally erratic, can we at least talk about this conflict or the subject of puppies? I do not see any reason to continue this conversation. Your responses here were deeply inappropriate and personally offensive to me. If this view is not apparent to you, I would recommend that you find some outside opinions on the written text here.
Every sentence in your initial response was offensive and insulting to me, insinuating that I am not responsible or intelligent enough to take care of a puppy, or haven't done the research, or capable of raising a good dog. And then you set up a patriarchal power dynamic. Now you're tone policing my reaction.
I am under no obligation to justify myself. Living in my house and being in my life is a privilege, not a right. I, again, recommend checking your aggression.
Check your privilege.
This is your notice of the termination of our month-to-month rental contract. I, OP, am exercising my option under our month-to-month rental contract to terminate this agreement. You are required to vacate the property at blank in 30 days, which is March 10th. In addition, you are currently late on February's rent to the sum of $600, which was due on the 5th of February. As by my rights under state law, this is your 3-day notice to pay in full or fully vacate the property. Written copies of these notices will be posted at the property and mailed to you. That is freaking savage. Oh gosh, I would not be able to stand someone like that. Holy crap. Tone policing? What are these freaking BuzzFeed buzzwords she's spewing? Goodness gracious. Patriarchal power dynamic? He's your landlord, dude. What? This story's called Choosing Beggar Doesn't Understand That Her Hair Donation Is Not Worth $400. Throwaway account because friends and family know me on my real one. I'm a receptionist at a high-end hair salon. Our salon gives complimentary haircuts if you donate your hair to a well-known charity that uses the hair to create wigs and hairpieces for people with cancer. This free haircut is only valid with our new talent stylists, i.e. the younger ones just out of training who are looking to add new clients to their books. Choosing Beggar calls not only wanting a complimentary haircut, but also a free color service with one of our master stylists. This stylist is a color educator, has thousands of followers on her Instagram, and her haircuts start at $90. The balayage color service the Choosing Beggar wants for free would cost in the ballpark of $300 to $500 with this particular stylist. In other words, we're looking at a $390 service minimum. Here was our convo.
I need a cut and color. I'd like an appointment for this weekend with
upper tier stylist. Okay, it sounds good. Upper tier stylist has a cancellation on Sunday afternoon, so we can fit you in. Have you had any services with her before?
No, I've never been to your salon, but I saw her pictures on Instagram and I really like the way she does balayage. I'm gonna want that. Can I bring in pictures to show her what I want?
Yes, that's always a good idea. Her color services come with a free consultation, so that you can talk about what you want and she can give you some pricing options.
Oh, I will be donating hair. It's almost waist length. I know the service is free if you donate your hair.
We do offer complimentary haircuts with select stylists if you are donating 12 inches of hair or more to charity. Would you like me to switch you to one of the eligible stylists?
No, I want to get my hair done with upper tier stylist. I wouldn't trust a low-level person with my hair.
Okay, I can keep you with upper tier stylist, but there would be a charge for the haircut.
That's stupid. Why should it matter who cuts my hair?
Charity
is gonna be getting a beautiful hair donation.
You can always donate your hair, although the haircut would only be complimentary with a new talent stylist. I could book you for a complimentary cut with one of our new stylists, and you can schedule a separate color service with upper tier stylist if you would like.
Well, if I schedule them separately, then I would have to pay for the color, right? I need to get them done together so I don't have to pay for the color, and I don't trust some kid just out of school with my hair.
Ma'am, only haircuts are complimentary with a donation. Color is not included.
That's stupid! Don't you people want my hair donation?
It would be great if you would like to donate your hair, but we do not offer free color services with a donation, only a cut.
That doesn't make sense. You're really gonna keep
charity
from getting donations just because you're too cheap to include color?
Ma'am, if you want a cut and color service with upper tier stylist, I'll be glad to make an appointment for you, but you will have to pay full price. If you would like a complimentary haircut with a donation, I would be happy to make an appointment for you with one of our new talent stylists. There are no complimentary color services with anyone.
I know someone who works for
charity,
and they want hair with fresh color so that their wigs that they make will look beautiful. I can't believe you people actually send them hair that looks ratchet. You're not doing them any favors.
Ma'am, hair donations are usually lifted to a light blonde or white so that it can be colored later. The color of the hair we give them makes no difference, and it's not relevant to the donation.
That's not true at all. You people are gross. I'm telling my friend at Charity that you cheapskates don't care if their wigs are ugly. You're actually keeping children with cancer from getting nice wigs just because you're too cheap to include color.
Ma'am, I think it's best if you take your donation to another salon. Thanks for calling. Hang up. Who's the cheap one here? Oh my gosh, people like that. She obviously does not care about the donation at all. She just wants the free freaking haircut. She's acting like she's all freaking high and mighty and like she's such a generous person for donating her beautiful hair, when in truth all she wants is a free haircut from a master stylist, apparently. How many hours does it take to become a master stylist? Is it like other things, you know, to become a master you have to put 10,000 plus hours into it? Because 10,000 hours is a lot of hours, so yeah, she's stupid. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.